Hello there, I hope you've had a chance to enjoy that gorgeous weather today. Thank you for joining us on the programme. We're going to start with a crime that costs the retail industry billions of pounds each year and has led to shop workers being threatened and attacked. We're talking about shoplifting. Let's take a look at some figures because the number of offences recorded by police in North, West and South Yorkshire has risen significantly over the past 5 years. Take a look at this, just over 22,000 back in 2021. Then look, 43,000 in 2024. But they did go down last year with just over 40,000 offences recorded. Today, the British Retail Consortium has released the findings of a survey which show more than a quarter of people in the Yorkshire and Humber region have witnessed shoplifting in the past year. The same number said they'd also witnessed physical or verbal abuse of shop staff. We're going to meet Carolyn now, a shop owner in Doncaster, who says she's been targeted so much that she's had to spend thousands on CCTV cameras to try and catch the offenders, and she finds it hard to sleep. Mark Ansell has spoken to her and others who are taking steps to tackle the problem.
Several times a week, shoplifters attempt to steal from the gadget stall at Doncaster's Frenchgate Centre. Carolyn Taunton owns the gift shop and regularly catches thieves red-handed. Shoplifting is such a big problem that she's spent £6,000 on CCTV cameras. Carolyn is at her wit's end.
We've added another set of cameras in. So we've actually got, if you look down there, we've got 18 cameras on those two screens there. And we've actually got another 9 cameras on there. I'm more aware of who the thieves are than any other person in the shop. And because I'm the one who deals with it. And because of that, I don't take a day off. I work here 7 days a week. I get 3 days off a year. And I would like to just go home and sleep a couple of days, but I can't do that because people come in and steal.
South Yorkshire Police say that in the last 6 months, 54 people have been jailed for shoplifting here in the centre of Doncaster, with a combined total of more than 30 years in prison. PC Gwyn Howroyd is part of a team tackling shoplifting in Doncaster city centre. She's got to know both shop owners and shoplifters well over the last 4 years of doing the job.
What I want to be doing all the time really is walking about around the shops, inside the French Gate and around and about places so that shop employees, shop security can see me and can tell me about if they know anyone who's a prolific shoplifter who's out and about, if they've had any recent shopliftings that we've not reported yet. And then also to have a word with people who might be about to shoplift, any of our regular shoplifters, to work to try and prevent it from happening in the first place, to try and send them off to get some support really, because that's what we want.
South Yorkshire Police says it is the 3rd highest performing force in the country for retail crime. There are charges brought against 30% of crimes that are reported, while the national average is 20%.
We introduced a business crime strategy that we have people signed up to. Retailers can sign up to that. That gives them some onus on them and what we need them to do, such as providing prompt CCTV, supporting their staff as we identified that it's not a victimless crime and that shop workers can feel really quite vulnerable. And we will do our best then with all the evidence provided to us to ensure that offenders are brought to justice.
Shoplifting is a big problem for supermarkets too. Co-op is spending millions of pounds fortifying its stores, including at its Leeds Burley Street supermarket, with CCTV, body-worn cameras for staff and making it harder to steal expensive items.
We've got these boxes on the higher value lines, so in case of the product, so it can't just be easily taken. Another massive investment from the co-op on the secure kiosks. We've managed to kind of encase those in, just to stop those people jumping over the kiosk, taking cigarettes and alcohol. And because of those, we've seen kiosk breaches drop by 1/3. Police are actually attending incidents now a lot more than they were before. And a lot of that, you know, it's helped by the partnerships that we have. So we have police partnerships here in Leeds specifically between 7 stores where we link up with the police and we create that relationship where we can share information.
I think the police came to the realisation that not only were levels of crime in retail stores out of control, and they were, I think they also recognised the violence and abuse that came with that. And I think also, in fairness to the police, they recognise that crime happening in our stores wasn't just affecting the store, it was affecting the community around it. And I think the police deserve huge credit for the last 2 years where they've identified the problem and they've taken action.
Meanwhile, in Doncaster, Carolyn wants to see longer prison sentences for shoplifters.
There have been times where I've just wanted to just close the shop and just sell up and go. And this happens regularly. Sometimes you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night and you just can't get images out your head. I chased somebody and he dropped a knife.
Whatever measures are introduced to discourage thieves, shoplifting remains a constant threat to retailers. Mark Ansell, BBC Look North.